Hello everyone, my name is Winters and welcome back to this Let's Play series of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. We are continuing on nearly from where we left off. We currently have 4 orders in the garage, or 4 jobs in the garage. I picked up this one back here off camera. It's a nice easy order. It's just basically changing the exhaust on it, or a manifold, or a muffler. It's one of those 3. And we are going to work on this one in this episode. So let's take a gander. General running gear control and repair. Right, let's mark off what is already listed for us. Like so. Transmission not responsive. Find and fix all gearbox problems. Driver struggling to find gears. Right, those last 3 are going to be easy. It's going to be gearbox, flywheel, clutch plate, pressure plate, release bearing, and that's it. This is the one that's going to take the time. Now, I think what we should do is we should move it into the test path first, and what we're looking for is suspension related issues. So that's what we're going to do in here. This is the best way to find said problems. I suppose the test path could do the racetrack could do it as well, or a test track. But it looks like front brakes, both left and right, are in above average condition. Rear brakes, both left and right, are in above average condition, or in good condition actually. Front suspension on the left is in very poor condition. Front right is in good condition. Yeah. And rear suspension on the left is in above average and poor on the right. So we were indeed able to find or identify a number of items there by just putting it on the test path. So that was the right call there. Right, we'll get her up on the first stage of the lift. We will pop the hood, because that's what we always do, so we can get a gander at the engine. And we're going to mark off everything that we can find, or that we have identified, and we'll see where we're going to start. Right. So quite a few bits still not discovered. Right, okay, evaluating. Let's get the starter off, because we're going to take the gearbox off. And now we can lift her up. And we will see. Right, I have to take off the wheel first so that I can get at that sway link. Sway bar, off you come. What else needs to be done here? Right, the drive axle needs to come out. Right, let's move on to the other side, get the wheel off. And outer tie rod, you're coming off. Inner tie rod, you're coming off. Ooh, outer tie rod here's coming off. Inner tie rod's coming off as well. Steering rack's coming out. Move back over here. Looks like actually we have to strip this down to the knuckle. So let's start stripping. We'll take off the caliper, the brake pads, the brake disc ventilators, the drive axle. Oh, the wheel bearing needs to be replaced. Front wheel hub, all of which I know I have in stores. Knuckle cover, shock. I know I don't have one of those. Sway bar, lower suspension arm, and knuckle housing A. Now, drive shaft, you have to come out. Gearbox, you have to come out. What was it? Was it knife 4 or knife 4 rewind? Just knife 4. Okay. So, release bearing, pressure plate, clutch plate, and flywheel are next. And we can start putting that stuff back on because we have plenty of those in stores. Okay, now the release bearing. And I doubt I have a gearbox. I do have a gearbox. Wow, okay. I doubt I have a drive shaft. That I'm pretty certain on. Oh, I do. Okay, I'll use it. May as well use it. Steering rack, I know I have one of those, so that can go back in. Sway bar, I don't have. Right. Let's see what we can recondition. Not much. Not a whole lot. Right. Knuckle. Housing. A. And I'm going to buy 5 of them. Drive. Now, what is it I'm looking for? I'm taking a guess here. It's a drive shaft, isn't it? And I think it's this one. What else do I need? I have the gearbox done. I need a sway bar, don't I? But I don't know what sort of sway bar. Damn. I think it's just a sway bar. We'll take a chance at that. Right. Let's get the knuckle back in here. Lower suspension arm along with... Oh, we need rubber bushings. God damn it. Oh, the shock as well. I need a shock. Right. Yeah. I think secondhand stuff can go on here. Actually, do you know what? I didn't strip. Yeah. I don't need to put a new brake disc ventilator. I can use a secondhand one that came off it. That's right. And the brake pads that came off it. And the calipers reconditioned. Okay, so I need rubber bushings. Have the tie rods, that's that done. Drive axle C, yeah, you can go back in. Sway bar, yep, you can go back. So I need rubber bushings and I need a front shock absorber A. Right. So rubber bushings, and we'll get a baker's dozen because we always need plenty of those. Rubber bushings, shock. Front shock absorber A, and you know what? We'll pick up 5 of them. Front shock absorber cap. Pick up 3 springs. We'll pick up 3, and calipers. I'm going to get a baker's dozen of calipers because we're running low on those. Right, that should. Oh wait, let's get that shock done. We have the parts now. So front shock absorber A, followed by a spring, by a cap. And now we can take it out and we'll put in the old one and let that work away. And now we go back to not repairing, what's the word I'm looking for? Reinstalling parts. I'm missing some. There we go, the end link A. Right, so it is a new one that we need. So we'll put a new one in there. And now the wheel can go back on. Now we'll move on to the rubber bushings, because I've seen that one's fine, but this one ain't. So we'll put a new one in there. That one's fine. Right, drive axle, you can go in next. Followed by the second-hand end link. Followed by inner tie rod, second-hand. Followed by outer tie rod, second hand. And now the wheel can go back on. Wunderbar. Right, let's take a gander and see how we are doing. So, looking good there so far. Haha, now we have a lot of stuff here, which must all be down the back. Transmission should be all done. Yep, all done, and all done. Right, so we are moving down the back now. And that means we're going to take off this wheel, because it looks like this is where the majority of the work needs to be done. Do we need to go down as far as the knuckle? We do indeed. Okay, so that means it's a complete strip and breakdown of the right hand side. Get that rear wheel hub off, then the wheel hub itself, and then that rubber bushing, and now the suspension arm, followed by the shock. What's that? Shock absorber A. I might have one of those. Rear suspension arm B, rear suspension upper arm, end link, rear spring, shock cap, followed by spring cap, followed by rear suspension arm A, rubber bushing, and knuckle housing A. And now we move over to the other side, and I think I'm going to take the wheel off, to get that end link out. Alright, so we take out that end link, and it's a sway bar A. Everything seems to be an A. Wow, okay. Do I have a rear sway bar A? I do. That's fantastic. So second hand link can go back in here before I forget about it. And now the wheel can go back on. Well, wait, can the wheel go back on? Yeah, everything looks to be fine there. And now we go back into assembly. Actually, do you know what? See rubber bushing there. Another rubber bushing there. And I think those two are fine. Okay, so now we go back into assembly mode. And screw down, you son of a bitch. Let's see if we have a rear knuckle housing A. We have one. Great. We'll actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to recondition all those parts. Well, I shouldn't say all, because there's feck all that can be reconditioned. But that was the best thing to do before we move too far. Alright, suspension arm. I think I have most of this stuff in stores from previous jobs when I bought extras. I might be wrong on that, but I don't think I am. Sure, as I've said that now, I'm bound to find something that I don't have. So look, I'm down to my last one of those. Right, spring cap, followed by spring. Oh, it's my last spring as well. End link, I know I have one of those. Brake disc, I definitely... damn it. Let's take that off. We'll use a second-hand one instead. Because I think that's what came off it. Last one of those as well. I'm actually running out of stuff here. Jesus. Okay, shock absorber A. Have one of those. Excellent. Rear suspension arm. Now rubber bushing. Followed by brake pads. Second hand again. Bearing. Cover. Caliper reconditioned. And finally the wheel. Excellent. Okay, so let's check everything here now. And we'll mark off everything that's done. And we'll see if there's anything left. Nope, all done there. That's fantastic. So all done in that category, all done there, all done there, and all done there. Excellent. That is the end of the job, so we can drop her down. How are we looking on time? 15 minutes. Ooh, starter. I actually remembered it. My god, pigs will fly. I actually remembered the starter. Man, I should do the lotto tonight. Okay, we spent 5,700 on parts and we're getting 17,800 back in return. Cha-ching! Alright, musical chairs time. So we're moving all of these cars over one, which means that one's going into lifter A, this one's going into lifter B. This one over here is going into lifter C. And we'll check the phone and see if there's any handy orders for us to pick up. Money bonus. There's an experience. Alright, we'll pick up that experience one. And we'll pick up this one. Repair all gearbox faults. Right, so we have 16 minutes. So let's see if we can find a quick, easy. Yep, that one. Perfect. Up on the lift she goes. We're going to pop the hood. We're going to take a look at the exhaust manifolds. See if any of those need replacing. Or it needs replacing, which it doesn't. It looks like it's a middle muffler. So she needs to go up all the way to the top. Okay, so middle muffler out. I'm pretty sure I have middle mufflers in stores. I do. I've only got 2 left. Wow. So that's that job done. So now we can drop her down. That was a nice, quick, handy, easy job. Alright, so we spent 110 on parts and we're getting 172 back in payout. Cha-ching! Right, musical chairs time again. This one's going into lifter A. This one here is going into lifter B. This one down here is going into lifter C. And this one over here is going into garage entrance A. Right, 17 and a half minutes. Do we have another handy one? Well, that's not it anyway, definitely. What's this one? Car is loud. Yep, we can get this one done. So let's put her up on the lift. We'll do the same thing again. We'll pop the hood. We'll take a look at the exhaust manifold or manifolds. Fine. Fine. So it's the middle mufflers. And here's what I'm going to do. Middle muffler. Where are you, little son of a bitch? There you are. And I'm going to pick up a baker's dozen because I need those quite often. And we'll take these 2 out. And we'll put in 2 brand new ones. Okay, drop her down. All the way to the bottom. These are great jobs, actually, because all done there. 220 on parts and 346 in payout. The reason is because we get a little over 100 XP for that job for completing it. So it's quick XP for us, which is why I've come to realize that and favored those quick and handy jobs. Right, we're going to go back to the phone. We're going to check and see if we can find any easy ones. No. Nope. Right, okay. So, how are we doing on time? 19 minutes. Right, we're going to wrap it up there for now. Thanks a million for watching, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. It means an awful lot to me, and it makes a huge difference when you guys do something as simple as liking a video or commenting on a video, telling me what you like, what you don't like, how you felt about it, or, you know, whatever. It makes a huge difference, and I really do appreciate all of your support so much. Anyway, my name is Winters, and I'll catch you next time. So until then, take care.